Welcome back, NACC fans, to another exciting episode covering NACC men's basketball. Hope everyone had a great weekend, got a chance to relax a little bit and enjoy a good Super Bowl yesterday afternoon, evening. But we're going to jump right into NACC play. Another big week last week for a lot of teams, helping their case in either staying in a NACC conference tournament hunt or making things interesting. We'll start off the episode with Edgewood at CUC. Edgewood went on the road and got a big win, 63-62. The Eagles were led by Ben Seafield with 17, followed by Ryan Buss and Avery Lyons, both with 16. The Cougars got 16 from Rashawn Amos, followed by 10 from Landon Gladney, and 15 off the bench from Exo Golding. Edgewood outscored CUC 40-26 in the paint, but CUC bench outscored Edgewood 23-5. On the evening, Edgewood shot 41% from the field, 17% from the three-point line, and 77% from the free throw line. CUC shot 33% from the field, 33% from the three-point line, and 54% from the free throw line. In the game, junior guard Jake Nagus went over 1,000 career points. Congratulations to him. He's been a great player in just over 2.5 years in the conference. Last year, his first team all-conference as a sophomore. He's been battling all year with some injuries, and seems like he's playing really well right now at the right time. And a combination of him and Ben Seafield, Edgewood's looking to make things interesting to finish out conference play. But again, congratulations to Jake on 1,000 career points. The scary part is he's back for a whole nother year next year. So good luck, NACC. Dominican at CU Dub. CU Dub held on for a 90-89 win. The Falcons were led by Jordan Johnson with 31 points, 11 of 20 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3, but a perfect 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Brandon Keller with a double-double, 12 and 10. Jared Jers with 11 points, and off the bench, Alex Antoni with 11 as well. Dominican continues to get strong production from Jackson Smith with 23 points, followed by 18 from Luke McDermott, and Tyler Guest with 16 points and 9 rebounds. Off the bench, Dylan Anderson contributed 13 points. CU Dub controlled the paint offensively with 56 points and forced 14 Dominican turnovers, in which they turned into 24 points. Dominican shot 50% from the field, 39% from the three, and 80% from the free throw line. CU Dub shot 50% from the field, 33% from the three, and 83% from the free throw line. IIT at Benedictine, another tough matchup, another good game. BU erased a 3-point halftime deficit to come back for a 59-53 win over IIT. Eric Garrigo with 14 points and 9 rebounds. Nick Kosich had 13 points. Keegan Graebner with 12, and Kyle Graebner with 11. Kenny Bogus did make a return. IIT got another monster game from Max Sazataki with 14 points and 17 rebounds. Miles Curry with a big night. 24 points on 8 of 14 shooting, 3 of 5 from 3, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 9 total combined bench points between the two teams. IIT shot 39% from the field, 39% from 3, and 75% from the free throw line. Benedictine shot 41% from the field, 30% from 3, and 64% from the free throw line. Aurora with a convincing win over Marion, 84-52. The Spartans were led by Will Hoobs with 16 and 6, Justin Wurzak with 14 points, Michael Finley with 13 and 6, and Bailey Vance with 11. Jarek Hotwagner did have 10 points off the bench for the Spartans. Marion was led by DeAndre Ross with 9. Aurora scored 30 points in the paint to just 2 for Marion. Second chance points were also in AAU's favor, 20-5, as well as the Spartans winning the rebounding battle 47-35. Marion shot 30% from the field, 20% from 3, and 62% from the free throw line. Aurora shot 44% from the field, 28% from the 3, and 83% from the free throw line. Wisconsin Lutheran went on the road and got a monster win At Lakeland, 113-86. Andrew Brudnick continuing his hot play with 28 points and 7 rebounds, followed by 18 and 12 from Matty Farner. Andrew Wojcik with 11, and Drew Bernhagen has been a strong contributor off the bench for Wisconsin Lutheran. He had 17 and 5. Lakeland got strong play from Jagan Pegues with 19 and 5, Trenton Nickel with 19, Greg Barber with 15, and Tylen Huff with 16. Wisconsin Lutheran controlled pretty much every aspect of the game. They won the rebounding battle 46-25. Points in the paint were in their favor as well, 54-30. Second chance points 13-9, and bench production 44-36. Wisconsin Lutheran shot the ball very well in all three areas, 57% from the field, 44% from the three, and 90% from the three-point line. Lakeland shot 45% from the field, 37% from the three-point line, and 63% from the free throw line. MSOE at Rockford. The Red Raiders completed a sweep of Rockford on the year with an 87-80 win. MSOE was led by Josh Herzog with 19, Matt Kermsey with 18, Michael Petroff with 17 and 8, and Travis Ballard with 11 and 8. Rockford was led by Nathaniel Shedd with 24 points off the bench, followed by 17 from Jamar Rivera, 11 from Brandon Emmerich. Cavante Shaw with a very impressive double-double, 10 points and 10 assists. MSOE won the rebounding battle 39-31, but Rockford took advantage of second chance points 18-15. 41 combined turnovers in this game. Considering the production that comes from the perimeter players, and still being able to put up points, which is very interesting. MSOE was able to score 28 points off of the turnovers they forced compared to just 14 points that Rockford scored off of MSOE turnovers. Rockford bench was huge with 43 points, 24 of them coming from Nathaniel Shedd. MSOE shot 48% from the field, 20% from 3, 69% from the free throw line. Rockford shot 49% from the field, 36% from the 3, and 60% from the free throw line. Moving on to Saturday's games. Benedictine took care of Marion to win her 6th game in a row. 81-64 win on the road. Kenny Bogus had a big game, 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. Nick Kosich, 7 of 9 from the three-point line for 24 points, and Kyle Grabner with 13. Trenton Fuse led the Sabres with 17 points, and Luke Buffin with 10 off the bench. Despite outscoring BU from the bench 31-16, Marion committed 16 turnovers, which led to 24 points for Benedictine. Benedictine shot, again, really well from the field, 55% from the field, 54% from 3, and 52% from the free throw line. Marion shot 42% from the field, 44% from the three-point line, and 75% from the free throw line. Edgewood at IIT. IIT got a much-needed win over Edgewood, 77-70. Ahmad Muhammad led them with 25 points, followed by 14 and 19 for Max Hizataki. Miles Curry also had 19 points as well. Edgewood led by junior guard Jake Nagus with 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. Max Fernholz with 16 points off the bench. 39-31 rebounding advantage for IIT, but only 8 second chance points. 16 combined turnovers between the two teams, which is impressive. Again, it speaks credit to their perimeter play. Edgewood shot 42% from the field, 27% from 3, and 74% from the free throw line. IIT shot 45% from the field, 33% from the 3, and 82% from the free throw line. Lakeland keeping themselves in the hunt for a spot in the NACC tournament with a 101-95 win at home against Aurora. Lakeland got big games from Trenton Nickel with 23 points, Isaac Anderson with 22, Carlos Campos with 16, Chigan Pegues with 13 and 7 assists, Zach Hazenstein with 18 points and 9 rebounds off the bench. AAU got a double-double from Bailey Vance, 19 and 10. Justin Wurzak with 14 points, Shamar Pumphrey with 13, Will Hughes with 12, and Rashad Johnson off the bench with 14 points and 7 assists. Lakeland forced 16 AU turnovers, which they turned into 26 points. Lakeland shot Aurora shot 53% from the field, 37% from the three-point line, and 63% from the free throw line. Lakeland shot 49% from the field, 36% from three-point line, and 85% from the free throw line. Wisconsin Lutheran at Dominican. A great game. Dominican played really, really well. It's never easy to win in their gym. And again, they showed another reason as to why that's the case. But Wisconsin Lutheran came away with their fifth straight win, an 82-72 win at Dominican. Andrew Brudnick scored 19 of his 31 in the second half. Andrew Wojcik, transferred from Dominican, had a career-high 13 points. Dominican was led by Jackson Smith, surprise, surprise, with 24 points. Dylan Anderson with 12 off the bench. Wisconsin Lutheran did win the boards battle 41-36, which led to a 13-6 advantage in second chance points. WLC also forced 16 turnovers, and Wisconsin Lutheran also made more free throws than Dominican shot. Wisconsin Lutheran was 14-24 from the free throw line, while Dominican at home was just 6 of 11. Wisconsin Lutheran did shoot 44% from the field, 40% from three, and 67% from the free throw line. Dominican shot 48% from the field, 24% from the three-point line, and 55% from the free throw line. CUC got a big overtime win against MSOE. Again, another team that's looking to make things interesting, making a push for a spot in the NACC tournament. Concordia won 89-81. The Cougars got a double-double from Rashawn Amos with 19 points and 10 rebounds. Landon Gladney with 18, Exo Golding with 11, Neil O'Donnell with 12, and Isaac Ruddle and Brent Hatton both with 10 points. MSOE was led by Matt Kermsey with 26, followed by 14 from Josh Herzog, and Michael Petroff with 16. CUC won the rebounding battle 49-41. Both teams valued the basketball, only 30 turnovers in 45 minutes of play. MSOE shot 36% from the field, 18% from the three-point line, and 83% from the free throw line. CUC shot 41% from the field, 39% from the three-point line, and 73% from the free throw line. CU Dub plays Rockford only one time this year. They got a 79-78 road win at Rockford for a second win in a row, and three of their last four games. Jordan Johnson proving again why he's one of the top players in the conference with 19 points and 5 rebounds. Joey Zietlow with 17 and 5. Brandon Keller with 14 and 7. Old Lake and George with 10. And off the bench, Alex Antoni with another big game, 10 points. Rockford got solid production all the way around. Jamar Rivera with a big game, 26 and 6 on 12 of 14 shooting, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Brandon Emmerich, again, proving why he's in contention for NACC POY. 17 points, 5 rebounds, or 5 assists, and 8 steals, again tying his school record. Nathaniel Shedd with 12 off the bench. Cavante Shaw. A lot of coaches already know this in the NACC, but one of the reasons that he is such a tough player to guard is he can score inside and outside, but it's his passing, especially out of the post, that is really a skill that I think gets overlooked sometimes for him. With 13 assists, and he got them in 13 different ways. So 11.5 assists on the week for him. CU Dub won the rebounding battle 35-28. 53 combined turnovers between the two teams. CU Dub shot 50% from the field, 30% from the three, and 67% from the free throw line. Rockford shot 50% from the field, 40% from the three, and 86% from the free throw line. So 6 NACC games remaining for everybody. So all of these games are huge. Lakeland at CUC tomorrow night. IIT at Wisconsin Lutheran, AU at BU, Edgewood at Dominican, MSOE at CU Dub, and Rockford at Marion. All of these games have NACC tournament implications. Lakeland 7-7, CUC 6-8. Lakeland at CUC. Again, can move up and down in the standings based on this game. IIT at Wisconsin Lutheran. IIT still has an outside chance of making things interesting, but again, Wisconsin Lutheran, who's currently in first place because they have the tiebreaker over Benedictine because of their head-to-head matchup so far, has to take care of business at home. At home, things are a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable. But again, throw everything out the window. Miles Curry's back in this one. Is, again, going to be a tough matchup. Matchup of inside play there. Matchup of can IIT contain Andrew Brudnick. Again, that'd be a good matchup tomorrow night. AUBU, don't have to say much. Rivalry speaks for itself. I'm assuming the gym's gonna be packed as always. Throw everything out the window. Throw records out the window. It's gonna be a big game with a pretty good atmosphere. Edgewood at Dominican, both teams, kind of on that cusp. If they get on a little bit of a hot streak to finish out the regular season, could certainly make things interesting. But again, Edgewood traveling to Dominican. It's tough to win at Dominican. It'd be a good win for Edgewood there. But Dominican playing really well despite going 0-2 last week against two of the top teams in the conference. They're not going to be an easy out for these next 6 games. MSOE at CU Dub. MSOE, 8-6 in the conference. They're right there in the 4 spot right now. Need a big win over CU Dub. CU Dub still fighting for 1 or 2 spot in the conference tournament. Still plenty of time left, but again, this is a game where they can take care of business and move up or move down. MSOE can make things interesting as well. Then Rockford at Marion. It's not easy to win in Marion. IIT went up there earlier this year and lost. It's always been a close game for the Regents up there, especially midweek, traveling up there. A little bit of a drive, not a terrible drive, but a little bit of a drive. Can Rockford continue to play good basketball and get a big win on the road? Saturday's games. Concordia, Wisconsin at Wisconsin Lutheran. The Cougars did get Wisconsin Lutheran at home in overtime. Got a big shot at the end of regulation to send it in overtime. Again, Wisconsin Lutheran playing for that 1 seed. Concordia, Chicago playing to get in. Big game. Big game for both teams. Marion at Edgewood. Edgewood, tough at home. Everyone's playing well. A healthy Jake Nagus. Ben Seafield's been one of the top players in the conference all year. They've gotten production from guys like Ryan Buss and Avery Lyons. Marion, inconsistencies throughout the year. Justin Wilson's played well. DeAndre Ross has been one of their top players. At Edgewood, it's going to be tough. I think Edgewood gets that one. Dominican at IIT. IIT went to Dominican, lost. I'm looking for a little bit of a revenge. There's a lot of things going into this game. Both teams fighting for a spot in the conference tournament, and IIT at home, Dominican on the road. I've always said if you want to make the conference tournament, if you want to win a NACC championship, you got to win games on the road, and Dominican has a chance to do so on Saturday. CU Dub at Lakeland. Again, another matchup here where teams can control their own destiny when it comes to the conference tournament. MSOE at Aurora. Throw everything out the window. A little bit of rivalry there. MSOE playing really well. AU playing well despite the loss at Lakeland last weekend. I expect that one to be a good game as well. And then Benedictine at Rockford. Can Rockford get a big home win against Benedictine, which would then also give them advantage in a tiebreaker situation with some other teams. Things are close. You got 7-7. Rockford, you got 7-7 Lakeland going in this week. You got 8-6 MSOE. A win for Rockford over Benedictine would give them a tiebreaker if they were to tie certain teams because with Benedictine being at the top. But Benedictine playing really well. Kenny Bogus is back. They're not getting a ton of point production from their bench, but they're getting solid minutes to give some of those starters breaks. And then anytime you have an inside presence like Eric Grigo to go along with the perimeter scoring that Benedictine's getting, you got to kind of pick and choose which battle you're gonna guard, and the way they play and they play unselfishly, it's tough to pick which one you're gonna do. Are you gonna take away inside of Eric Grigo, or you're gonna take away the perimeter scoring? There's got too much depth up there. But anytime you have a potential NACC Player of the Year on your team who not just scores, but he also defends, he also leads the team in assists. He's one of the top steals guys in all of Division III, and when he turns it on, that's when Rockford's at his best because everybody else is fed off his energy. Cavante Shaw is playing really good basketball with 2 double-doubles last week. Nathaniel Shedd's been a consistent scorer. He's been in and out of the starting lineup, but his production has been pretty consistent. Jamar Rivera, not a post player, but again, he's given solid production for the region. So it's going to be a tough battle, and I'm expecting big games with a lot of close games this week. But as always, it's fun to watch these NACC games now that I'm not involved in trying to guard some of these players and stop some of these teams. But this is a great time for NACC basketball, and I hope everybody is appreciating the good basketball that's being played and enjoying it because we only got 3 guaranteed weeks left before the NACC tournament. So things are winding down, and NACC tournament positions are starting to be solidified. So I think if BU and Wisco can take care of business both games this week, I think they solidify their spots. Guaranteeing a spot in the NACC tournament, but still I think the 1-2 seed and 3 seed will be decided going into the last week of the regular season. So a lot of great games. Continue to check the NACC website as well as the athletic homepages to follow them, whether it's live stats or live streaming. And again, as always, I appreciate all the fans and the support and the retweets and the likes. Because I do. I miss the NACC and I enjoy it from the outside, but I'm also jealous of all the players and coaches that are still involved. They've been great, and I look forward to covering the next 3 weeks moving forward into the conference tournament. So enjoy it.